originario. Sí, los huaraches que están tomando de... No sé, Marina, si quieres comentar algo sobre esto.
Adidas y un diseñador de origen norteamericano hicieron apropiación cultural indebida de unos huaraches que pertenecen a la tradición del pueblo de Yalalaj en Oaxaca. Ya se puso en contacto.
This Justin, Mexico is calling out Adidas and has challenged them to pay for the Oaxaca slip-on. It is a sneaker sole topped with a weave of Mexico's huarache sandals, designed by Willy Chavarria, who was a Mexican-American. But the design is borrowed heavily from indigenous Zapotec huarache sandals of a small town in Mexico with no consent or credit. President Claudia Sheinbaum denounced the move, calling it cultural exploitation and announcing legal action. The Heritage Ministry and Oaxaca officials want Adidas to compensate the communities whose traditions were co-opted. This is not an isolated event. Just earlier this year in June, Milan fashion brand Prada featured sandals which are an exact copy of India's Kolhapuri chappals. The Kolhapuri chappals are of Maharashtra origin and made by Dalit artisans. Prada later admitted the inspiration and promised to collaborate with the artisans for a whole made-in-India Kolhapuri collection. But the economics are jarring. Artisans sell these chappals for about Rs 1,000, while Prada's version retails at Rs 1 lakh. In both cases, we see a troubling pattern. Indigenous communities are being monetized but not credited. The world wears their identity while their creators remain invisible. Take the huarache, a pre-Columbian leather sandal from Mexico, crafted by hand for centuries. It's more than footwear, it's cultural identity and resistance. Yet Adidas treated it like design fodder. Similarly, Kolhapuri chappals from India trace back to the 12th century, made by artisans using a nail-less construction. Similarly, Kolhapuri chappals from India trace back to the 12th century, made by artisans using a nail-less construction technique. In 2019, they earned a geographical indication tag, yet luxury brands can still misappropriate quietly. Legal protections like GI tags are critical, but limited. They don't extend internationally. Prada bypassed this by avoiding the term Kolhapuri, even though the silhouette was unmistakable. Chavarria said in a statement on Saturday that he was deeply sorry and that the shoe was appropriated in this design and not developed in direct and meaningful partnership with the Oaxacan community. But this story raises an important question. Who controls cultural value and at what cost? Unless big brands are confronted, high fashion remains cultural extraction masquerading as creativity. These controversies should be wake-up calls. Countries like Mexico with laws protecting indigenous heritage and India with GI tags need to push for global IP safeguards that protect Creative Commons from homogenizing appropriation. As luxury giants chase the next it look, the question is not whether indigenous designs will inspire, it's whether their creators will ever truly gain from their own legacy and labor. For more stories like this, stay tuned to Mint.